Yeah, so Shed Talk number 2. Second episode here. We got me and Tristan.
Heyo.
And we got our buddy Denny here.
What's up, guys?
With his brother Garth as well. Garth doesn't need to talk though. He's fine to not speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, second episode. We're starting it off with Tristan wanted to talk about you want to talk about Hillary Clinton, right?
Want to? Not really. Well, bottom line, if you haven't heard, she fainted. Security pushed her back into a van, basically, and she was diagnosed with pneumonia. Her doctor said she was overheated and dehydrated.
This is interesting. Like before this actually came out, and her doctor said she had pneumonia or whatever, people kept saying that like she probably had terrible health because like she had fainted in the past and stuff. So maybe it's not pneumonia. Maybe she has a doctor lying. Maybe it's something worse than that, and she just doesn't want people to know so that she can get to be the president.
Who's her vice president?
Who'd
she choose?
Isn't it Bernie?
No, she would never pick Bernie.
I wish.
Yeah, that would be great, but no, she would never do that. She hates Bernie people too much to be doing something like that. She wouldn't even put up Elizabeth Warren as freaking her vice president.
Damn.
Maybe build her.
Some guy. No, it's some guy. I always want to say Mike Pence, but that's Donald Trump's vice president.
Interesting.
I can't remember what the dude's name is.
Is it Freddie?
But he's a nobody.
Interesting.
I have a little bit more of a juicy topic.
Oh, juicy. All right.
All right.
What's more juicy than like a Hillary Clinton fainting and getting shoved into a black van?
Yeah, right.
The government is paying for, through taxpayer money, of course, a 45,000 horse slaughter.
Why?
To make room for what does it say?
Sounds like a lot of horses.
A lot.
45,000 horses.
Yeah, but for what?
To make room for facilities, like meat-making facilities.
What?
How does that make any sense? What is there like a overpopulation of these horses?
They're saying that they're on this BLM land, and
Black Lives Matter?
It's public land.
Oh, okay.
BLM is public land. There's these horses on the public land, and it's an overpopulation.
Okay, and no one owns the horses, right?
No.
They're just wild horses.
They're wild horses.
Okay. Long as we do something with their bodies, make some glue,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, dude.
Maybe even, have some horse meat. I've never ate horse, but who knows? Maybe it's good. Give the homeless people some horse meat.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, you wouldn't eat a horse if you were homeless and starving.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a horrible thing. Like, you're living there, and then all of a sudden a helicopter swoops in with a gunman on the side.
Do you really think that's how they're going to do it? They're just going to come in with a helicopter?
That's how they're doing it.
How do you know that's what is it pictures like this is from the government? They said this, like, they got their plans printed out. They're like, nobody show the horses these plans.
They will run.
It's probably just whoever made the, like, you were reading an article, right? I'm sure the article just got some picture.
So they'll run, but we will find them.
I don't know who the dodo is. The dodo.com. I don't know what website that is. But that picture, I don't know what to take from that picture. It literally just shows a helicopter chasing some horses. I didn't see a man out on the side with a gun like, yeehaw! Boom! So, I don't know.
That's in Wyoming.
Of course it is.
Let them do whatever they want. It's not here in Oregon, so I'm not too worried about it. It's horses. It's not like they're like, we gotta kill 45,000 people to make room for this facility. Then I'd be like, whoa! But they're wild horses. We kill wild animals all the time.
It's true. Did you guys hear how they vetoed the Dakota pipeline?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, man. It's about time.
We talked about that in the last one.
We didn't talk. I don't think we talked about them vetoing it, but we talked about Jill Stein. She had an arrest warrant out because she spray painted some equipment that was there.
Yeah.
But that's cool that they vetoed it. Or you mean they vetoed?
They vetoed like them saying like trying to get it to stop. It's going to happen.
So you mean that they denied their
Request to veto
they
it.
denied their whatever it is, their fucking signature thing.
Petition.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah. Tristan told me that. That's whatever. That kind of sucks. I was thinking you said that they vetoed like making it, like they were going to stop it, and I was like, cool. That's about time. Now I sound like a dickhead in the beginning. Somebody might just listen to right there and like, Jacob's an asshole. He thinks those fucking Native Americans are just out there fucking like they don't deserve that land.
Yeah, it's going through sacred burial ground too.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks. All these people who work there are gonna have like lifetimes of haunting.
It's gonna be poltergeist up in that bitch.
The pipeline's gonna have so many problems.
I wouldn't doubt it if it would.
Dude, I would like if I was a Native American, I'd go and purposely sabotage it.
Well, yeah, among that. Plus, it's gonna be
Pretty
such a haunted ground that they're fucking, like
There's gonna be
Oh,
fatalities, dude. People are gonna die just out of nowhere. Watch.
Since we're talking about like haunting and stuff, this is something I'm always curious about. How
Alright.
come there's never young ghosts? How come we don't see a ghost from like the 80s who did too much blow and overdosed and now he's in your house? Like, it's always ghosts that are old as shit.
That's not true.
Nah, dude. Have you been to Triangle Park here in Ashland?
No, I haven't.
Well, supposedly the legend or rumor or whatever you want to call it, what I hear is that there's a child ghost that chills around there, and if you go around midnight, you can see her and shit.
Yeah, but when did this girl supposedly die?
I have no idea.
Probably like it was like the 1600s. A man brought her to a well and killed her. It's like what? It's like
I have
no.
idea.
Up at a friend of mine's house out in the woods. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I've stayed there while everyone else was asleep, and I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything suspicious.
You weren't there since they decided to fuck around with a Ouija board.
Oh.
Dude, Ouija boards are fake.
Oh.
No.
I do.
Oh,
I do
man,
believe
no.
so.
Why do you believe that?
Because I've played with one.
Oh, that's stupid.
From where? Where did you get this said Ouija board?
It was a Hasbro freaking one.
No, no, dude.
That's who makes Ouija boards.
No.
Yes.
Salvadorians make Ouija boards.
They bought the Ouija. What kind of Ouija board did who you're talking about use?
I don't know. It's one that was fucking a girl we went to school with. Their family had passed it down to her.
See?
I bet you it was a Hasbro one.
It was
dude.
old as
Hasbro,
shit.
yeah,
No.
Hasbro has made Ouija boards
From
since
like the
the
1800s?
from like the 30s or something.
No,
Freaking
dude. Ouija boards come from down south of the border. Come from El Salvador. And everyone knows that El Salvadorians, they play around with some fucking freaky ass dark
Yeah.
magic shit.
I've watched some stuff about
No hate or nothing.
Hold on, we're off topic.
No,
off topic.
yeah.
I'm sorry. We're off topic though.
Bust it. Taste it. Anyways.
Up at that house, there is a little girl that our friend's wife knew growing up. Like, she's been there since before the Ouija board was used.
Damn.
Well, I'm just saying I was there for a prolonged period of time. I didn't see or hear anything suspicious.
No, dude, it has to be a Ouija board that's passed down to you. Or just a non-Hasbro Ouija board.
I'm just saying Hasbro has made them for the longest time.
I know, but that's not
The majority
really
of Ouija boards you will see in your life are going to be made by Hasbro.
No.
Or Milton Bradley.
No.
That's not
No.
necessarily true, no.
No.
So,
Dude.
so you think there's more legit Ouija boards than there are Hasbro and like game manufactured ones?
Okay.
Maybe not.
I do
more
not
than-
believe
We're
that
not saying there's
whatsoever.
more than, but you're saying all of them that you'll see. No,
No,
you can
I didn't say
literally
that.
go online
I did
right
not
now
say
and
that.
get old as shit ones.
No, I said the majority of Ouija boards you will see in your life are going to be Hasbro ones. I didn't say all of them are. I said the majority of them.
Depends. It really does. Because look, listen, dude.
The Ouija board was created in the 1800s. They passed on to Hasbro in the 1900s. And they originated from Ohio.
They originated from Ohio.
Dude.
Okay.
Well, technically, Ohio didn't make the first Ouija board. They
The
made
Hasbro
a thing
one.
that was like the Ouija board.
The Hasbro
But
ones.
okay, but that's where the Ouija board.
Yeah,
this is where
the
it's
whole idea.
it's So
It
It came
connects
from
here.
Ohio.
So the Ouija board came from Ohio, and
The Hasbro Ouija board
No.
came from
no,
Ohio.
he's saying just
Is it-
the
The
Ouija
regular
board.
one.
The regular
Okay.
Ouija board
So,
came
like-
from Ohio.
The
No
main
way, dude.
idea and concept came from Ohio.
I don't know.
So it came from Ohio in the 1800s.
Yes,
I refuse to
and
believe that,
It
dude.
wasn't an actual like Ouija board, but it was the concept of a Ouija board.
Like
Concept.
letters and stuff,
Yes.
and it would move
Yes.
supposedly to. So it's a Ouija board, just because
Oh.
it's not the Ouija board that we see.
Yeah, and Ouija in Egyptian culture means good luck.
Fuck that shit ain't good luck, dude.
It's me hearing that it comes from Ohio just kind of affirms my belief that they're not real. Who from
Alright.
Ohio had this mystical gift and found this out? Like, I just don't believe it.
I don't know, dude. Personal experience. I've dealt with some freaky shit.
To me, it's like Stranger Things with like when Winona Ryder puts all the letters on the wall with like the Christmas lights, and like they're supposed to light up to the letters and stuff to say a message. It's just like it's kind of cool. You can maybe like fool your friend by like moving it while you guys are both touching it, and they'll be like, "Are you touching it, dude? Are you touching it?" And you'll be like, "No, man, I'm not touching it. Oh my god, what's going on?" Well, yeah,
Well, or we can lock Jacob in a room with a Ouija board
yeah, man.
and see what happens.
Oh yeah.
So he just gets dragged around the wall.
No, you'll just come in here. I'll be gone, and the Ouija board will be like folded up.
That'd be intense.
Yeah. So, what has been going on? The UFC 203 was
Hold on.
The other night.
Businessman Elijah Bond had the idea to patent a planchette sold with a board which the alphabet was printed on, and it was much like previously existing talking boards, but this was patented in 1890.
Yeah.
But it's saying much like previously patented
It didn't say previously patented. It said
or previous boards.
like talking boards.
Like previous
Yeah.
talking boards.
So people had made these things, and then someone decided to patent one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
but that was in 1890.
Yeah,
They
and
already
it says they originated in the 1800s.
Yeah.
But it
So they'd
didn't
only been around for a little bit before someone patented them.
in the
And
1900s.
And sold it to Hasbro.
No, somebody patented it in 1890. That's what he
And-
just said.
And sold
Was
it
May
it
to Hasbro.
23rd, 1890.
1890.
So it was made within the 1800s. It didn't. What he read didn't say specifically when in 1800.
Yeah. Which is
It could have been 1889, and then the next year somebody patented it. But who knows? I just don't think they're real.
Well, everybody's got their own beliefs.
Yeah, man.
To each their own.
Like if I saw a ghost, then maybe I believe. I've never seen a ghost.
You ever heard of the Waverly Hills Sanitarium?
No.
Waverly Hills Sanitarium. It's a fucking haunted sanitarium that started. No, hold on. I did a fucking study on this when I was in the 6th grade for a history project.
So,
I knew so much about this fucking place, but I've lost a bit of it, but I still remember some of it. Anyways, it was a tuberculosis place at first. Like, anybody who had tuberculosis was sent to this place to be isolated from the public.
Mhm.
Because this was back, like, when there wasn't a cure for tuberculosis and shit.
Mhm.
Basically, you were sent there to die.
Right.
They had so many dead a day that they had to create a way to transport so many bodies. So they made this thing called the death tunnel. And it's just this steep, long cement tunnel that goes down into the ground that goes to a huge morgue. Like, it has stairs next to it and, like, a cart thing to haul, like, multiple bodies down at one time.
Damn.
And it just, like, you pull it as you go down, and it's just a long slant. There's a morgue under there. There's so many bodies that they've had there, they had to pile multiple fucking graveyards on top of each other.
why wouldn't they just cremate the bodies?
This was, like, the bodies that are on the ground are from before they had their cremation chamber. Before they made the death tunnel.
Damn.
They made the death tunnel a little bit after, and yeah. Bottom line, they had so many bodies there. The most haunted place in that whole entire place is the indoor morgue. Apparently, you can walk by it, and the doors on the fucking body freezers will, like, slam and shit. You can hear, like, voices in there. Apparently, there's a mortician's ghost that fucking walks around in there.
That'd be intense, dude.
We should go do a podcast in a haunted place sometime.
Fuck that,
I
dude.
know of a couple of them.
Turn me into a believer.
Well, in that case, we should do that on Twitch.
Do it on Twitch. Yeah, we should get those, like how the stupid ghost hunters, they have the camera that's facing them,
Yeah.
and there's, oh, no! Like when they hear stuff, we gotta get some of those or something.
Fuck no, dude. I fuck with shit like that once before. Fuck that.
Go into a haunted place?
Not a haunted
It's not
place.
like we're gonna be like, if there's anyone here,
No. Not a
say
haunted,
something. We're just
not
gonna like do a
haunted
podcast
place.
in a haunted place.
I understand
We
that.
like take a picture
I
with a
understand
UAV camera and then just have Tristan in the background. And he'd be like, a ghost!
No, dude. You know when the Ravens and the 49ers went to the Super Bowl in New Orleans?
Yeah.
I was there working for the NFL. We're working for the Super Bowl, the company that I was working with. And when we were there, we got Fat Tuesday. We got to get off early. Fat Tuesday is the beginning of Mardi Gras. You know? That's when the parties come out. Everything goes down. Well, since we got off early, dude, we hit Bourbon Street. And I was young at the time. I was like fucking 18 years old. And I was fucking around. I was like, dude, I want to go into a voodoo shop. Because being in New Orleans, you know, black magic, all this fucking bullshit that you hear that back in the day came out of New Orleans. So I found one. I walked in and, dude, I saw little voodoo fucking dolls and shit. I touched one, inspected one, just kind of looked around. It was kind of, you know, it was cool, whatever. Went back to my hotel, stayed there the whole nighttime. Got into a huge argument with somebody that I know, and just fucking was like, you know what, fuck it, whatever. Went to sleep at like probably 3 a.m, dude. I hear my fucking door, like my doorknob start fucking shaking, like someone's trying to open it.
Yeah, that's when Denny had his freak.
Dude,
kid.
I fucking ran around, turned lights on, fucking dove into my bed, put the covers over myself, dude, passed out.
What was there no one at your door?
I don't know, dude. I never fucking know it, dude. I pussed out. Fuck that.
That's so hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
Don't even slightly check to see if there's
Hell
someone
no,
at your front
dude.
at the door. Just nope.
No.
Lights on under my blanket.
Fuck yeah, dude. So the next day, I fucking, because we had roommates, I was like, dude, why the fuck did you go up to my door last night? And he's like, dude, I did not go up to your door last night. I was
clearly
sleeping.
They didn't really want to get in if they didn't try.
Well, no, because he had done it before. He'd fucking open my fucking door just to fuck with me when I was Skyping people, and he'd fucking swing the door open. This time, it was like a fucking wanting to come in, but I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Was the door locked?
Yes.
Okay,
door was locked.
He didn't try hard enough to come in then.
No, he's opened the door when the door was locked.
Window.
We were fucking 3 stories high, dude.
They were fucking, Garth.
Definitely.
Yeah. 3 stories high.
3 stories high.
Definitely.
They were fucking 3 stories in the air. It was amazing.
But I don't know, dude. I don't know. Something came back to the fucking room.
With you from the voodoo place?
Yeah, because one of my friends who's also Hispanic, he was like, no, dude, I'm not going in there. Fuck that.
Yeah, he's like, nope.
Yep, after I had convinced him to come in with me, once we got there, he's like, nope.
One of these days I want to go to that, the Warrens, like, museum at their house.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go see, like, the Annabelle doll. The Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah, dude.
Why? It looks so ugly, though.
Dude, don't be saying that shit in front of it.
Oh, dude,
Apparently,
Yeah,
like, according to, like, the story or whatever.
it's real.
Some dude and his girlfriend showed up there, and, like, the dude was fucking with the doll, like, tapping on the glass, like, trying to get it to do shit.
Right.
And then,
like a fish.
Ed Warren, yeah, like a fish. Ed Warren, like, told him, hey, don't do that, and, like, told him to get out, and, like, so they left or whatever, and he was riding, like, a motorcycle, and apparently, like, right when they were just, like, riding the motorcycle, and just all of a sudden, dude lost steering on the motorcycle, and they crashed, and, yeah, he died.
Wow,
the girl didn't.
I guess.
The girl didn't die.
Damn, dude.
Because she didn't mess with the doll.
Don't fuck with that doll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just really bad luck.
Yeah, or it's just
online.
really bad luck, like, or maybe he tripped himself out.
No way, dude. There's no possible way.
If you're stupid enough to be hitting on something like that, like tapping on the glass when you know there's fucking stories to it, then you're gonna be like leaving like, oh, whatever, that guy's just a dickhead, fucking throw me out.
Yeah, dude, it's like when you go to an aquarium and it fucking says "Do not tap glass." People still go up there.
Dude, I've never seen a sign that said "Don't tap the glass" at an aquarium.
Really?
In fact, I was at an aquarium in San Francisco. It wasn't really an aquarium. It's what's it called? The California It's like some Academy of something or Sciences or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
like this big, huge like museum, and it's got like art and shit there too. And they have this huge like domed ecosystem with all these like plants and shit, like and bugs, which is kind of cool. But they have an aquarium, and there was these penguins, and I was like, holy shit, they got penguins locked up here in this cage. And there was like, it was just like a glass like room shit. And all of a sudden, there's this one penguin that dives into the water, and then he just starts hitting his face on the glass, just continuously, nonstop. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this penguin?
Jesus,
He was I don't know if he was, maybe he just wanted out really bad. Now I'm kind of glad that I don't remember the name, because maybe people are gonna hear this and be like, "Holy shit, that place is terrible." It was it was a fun place. It was a cool place. I had some vegan lasagna.
Ooh,
It was nuts. It was delicious.
was it?
It was really good.
Interesting.
Probably one of the only vegan dishes I've ever had that I thought was like pretty damn good. I've had tofu before. Disgusting.
Did you have just plain tofu?
No, not plain tofu. I can't remember what the dish was. It was like, it was at high school or whatever. We had some class where we were trained, like we were like studying Asian cuisine, and teacher brought in like these caterers who specialized in like Asian cuisine.
Yeah.
And one of the dishes, because of course being in high school, there's some kids that are like, I'm vegan or I'm vegetarian, so
Yeah.
they had to have like a vegetarian dish, and it was just something like, it was pretty big cubes of tofu still, but like I think it some sort of like sauce and shit, some like cashews or something in it. I don't know. Can vegans eat cashews?
Pad Thai?
Maybe.
Is it Pad Thai?
Maybe. I don't know.
Pad Thai is good with tofu.
But
You just gotta drench it in like teriyaki sauce.
yeah, man, it just wasn't good. I was like, damn. I was like, damn. I was really hoping I'd maybe like this tofu stuff. I just don't.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing like a horror episode right now.
Uh-huh.
And you guys talking about tofu.
we're just talking about ghosts and stuff for a little bit.
Everywhere,
No.
we're everywhere.
Like the tofu had a ghost too.
Yeah, the tofu ghost. Somebody
Fuck
like,
no, dude. Fuck no. No tofu.
imagine if you like choked on a piece of tofu.
It would suck, dude.
You would become the tofu.
There's just another piece of tofu in there somewhere, just staring at you with vengeance. It caused it. He was like looking to his comrade, like, "You were the one, brother. You must turn sideways in his airway.
Do it now.
You have got this." And he takes him. He just stares at him, and he's just watching you choke. And
Jeez, that's just so dark. He's just watching you choke.
yeah, dude, I went all sausage party on that.
Speaking of watching somebody choke, UFC 203
Oh.
was the other night, and CM Punk
You got choked
got
out.
choked out pretty quickly.
Fuck yeah.
It was like, I guess honestly, I assume most people were thinking he wasn't even going to last that long. So it's sort of a victory in a way, because he lasted 2 minutes, but it did not look good for him whatsoever.
Well, I saw a clip of him, and he kind of just rushed in there.
Yeah.
He didn't really take his time.
Well, yeah, in the post-press conference, he said that he did that because what little tape there was on Mickey, which he has like 2 professional fights or whatever, nobody had like pressured him. So he figured he was going to do that. And it didn't work at all. He got double-legged,
Yeah.
tucking the fuck down, rode like a fucking, like, it was terrible for him. But I'll give him props for going out there. A lot of people thought he probably wouldn't even, when he had like his back surgery or whatever, most people were probably like, oh, he's not going to even go, man. And then he recouped from back surgery, and then they're like, oh, he's just not even going to make weight. And then he makes weight, and then they're like, oh, well, he's just going to lose. And then he loses.
Right.
So the people who like hated him or whatever, I don't know why anyone would hate him. I think it's kind of stupid. Was there to hate about him? But
Is it because he comes from the WWF?
Yeah.
or
yeah,
whatever?
like people, yeah, I think like most people, like I totally agree. Like most people think that he isn't really deserving of fighting in the UFC, especially his first fight being on a main card,
Right.
which I totally agree with. But it's not like he was the one that made that decision. Like Dana came to him and was like, "Hey, you want to sign this deal with us?" And like, even like me, if I got signed, like he made $500,000 off that fight, 2 minutes of getting choked out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd take that. I'd take that deal. So I don't
Very
I'm
much.
not mad at him for taking that deal. So it's whatever. But
Do you
yeah.
think he'll fight again?
Oh yeah, I think he will.
He says he'll be back.
Yeah, he said he'll be back. And he didn't even get hurt that bad. He got punched a few times. His ear kind of got cut open or something. Something happened with his ear.
Yeah.
But he just got choked. It took like 2 seconds. It's not like he got choked unconscious. He tapped pretty quickly once it actually was locked in. So yeah, I think he'll be back.
I'm watching it.
I think he needs to get he needs to get fucking some more jiu-jitsu under his belt. Like he's only like a white belt, and he did some karate as like a kid or whatever.
What do you think about Mayhem Miller?
Mayhem Miller.
Yeah.
Jason Mayhem Miller.
Yep.
I don't think I know who is that.
Jason Mayhem Miller?
I don't think.
You ever seen the show Bully Beatdown?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh
dude.
yeah. What did he do recently? I forgot. He's in jail or something, isn't he?
No, he's over in Russia. I follow him.
I follow him.
I do. I like him.
He was a good fighter, dude.
He was a good fighter.
Was he?
He was.
He actually really was.
I don't remember that. I remember him having that show, and he was like a member of like Tap Out or whatever. Like he was.
You were just saying how you get the shit beat out of you for money, and he's just gonna wear some clothes to make some money. I mean,
No, I'm not saying like. I'm not saying I freaking. I don't know what you're trying to get at. I just don't really care about. I didn't think he was really a good fighter. Like just because CM Punk went in there and got his ass kicked, I don't think he's a good fighter. I just think good for him for wanting to get in there and going in there.
Right.
I don't think just because you go in there it makes you a good fighter. People get their ass kicked all the time.
Nah, but Mayhem, he was good. I like him. I wish he would get a shot at the UFC again.
What's his record?
I feel like he'd do better this round. I don't know. I know that his last fight in the UFC was to Michael Bisping, and he got fucking worked.
Yeah, Michael Bisping's the champ right now.
Because it was the UFC Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, he was on the Ultimate Fighter that season?
Yeah. It was him and Bisping as captains, and it was the
Oh,
only fucking...
okay, I see. I thought you were talking about the season where Michael Bisping came from the Ultimate Fighter. Because he came to the UFC through Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
He was the Ultimate Fighter, I think, season 2 or 3. One of those. He was the winner
That's
of
cool.
the Ultimate Fighter. But you're talking, yeah, when he came back to coach or whatever.
Yeah, he was a captain with Miller as his rival captain. And then they were all talking big ass smack. And Mayhem, to me, I feel like he was the male Ronda Rousey because most of his wins are from submission, and he's really good. He's got a really good ground game. I felt like he wasn't ready to fight Bisping at the time. He just wasn't physically fit. If he would have been, I feel like it would have been a whole different match.
he's 39-28.
So he's like almost even on wins and losses. No contests or draws.
One no contest. It doesn't say anything about draws.
Who is his like his most notable wins? Because I don't think I've ever seen like an actual fight of his. I remember seeing Bully Beatdown. I just thought it was cool because I was a little kid and I was like, yeah, beat the fuck up. Like MMA fighters beat the shit out of these bullies. This is awesome.
Bully Beatdown was a shit.
It was a funny show. It was a funny show.
It was awesome.
Like that and the Ultimate Fighter is what made me really enjoy like MMA.
Everybody
And that show's not even really all that much about the MMA. It's just about watching some dude get his ass kicked.
pretty much by an MMA fighter
Yeah.
to the legal limits
Yeah.
because it's hella funny.
I can't believe anybody would sign up for that. I'd be like, no. I'd be like, no. I don't.
I would, dude, because you get money from it if you can survive. All you gotta do is take some hits
Yeah, but
and some slams.
yeah, but you gotta survive against some beast who's a fighter.
So
Like,
fuck it, dude.
Like right now, if they're like, you're gonna get like 3 weeks to prepare, and you're gonna face like fucking, I don't know, anybody in the UFC, I'd be like, fuck.
It's true.
I wouldn't be like, yeah, no, I'll take it. I could probably last like a whole round. I'd be like, no way. Either I'm gonna get knocked the fuck out or I'm gonna get choked the fuck out. Oh, but I think that's what's great about. I think that's what was great about the show because like, you would think a bully would have that kind of like
Mentality.
Like yeah, I'll just beat up the motherfucker. I'm probably good enough to be in the UFC. like,
Well, that's what one of the contestants had. Remember, there's like always one or two contestants that thought they could fucking beat the UFC fighter, and they got their ass kicked.
Yeah.
And then there was one who was talking mad shit to Mayhem, and he came out and was his MMA fighter, and he whooped his ass, dude.
That's funny. Yeah, I miss that show. That was kind of funny. MTV used to have a few good shows.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, dude,
One of my favorites. I used to have the game on Xbox,
that's cool.
and you could play as Ron Jeremy, and his finishing move, these two giant disco balls will fall from the sky and crush him, and then the commentary would be like, "Look at the balls that Ron Jeremy has."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's hella funny.
You guys remember the fucking game Playboy Mansion?
No, I don't.
Playboy
I
Mansion
would-
released the fucking game.
My parents would have never let me own that.
See, I fucking like.
I think I read about it somewhere, but I never really seen it.
I was at Blockbuster because this was back in the day. This was Xbox, like the original Xbox.
Back when there was Blockbusters.
Yeah, seriously.
We had a Blockbuster here for quite some time.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did. But we're getting off topic.
Anyways, I went to the Blockbuster and I switched the cover for the game and was
How?
like,
The story already seems fishy to me. They opened the things.
no. I'm not saying I switched it on the or on the person. I switched it, put a different one in there, handed it to my mom. Was like, "Can I rent this game?" And she was like, "Yeah, I guess." And I was like, "It has some bad stuff in it." She was like, "Yeah," and she was just looking at it like, "Oh, it's like Jack and Daxter or some shit." And as soon as she says okay, I pull it out and put the Jack and Daxter thing back, and it's just Playboy Mansion. And she doesn't even fucking look again and hands it up to the dude. He's like, there's some questionable content in this. And she's like, yep. And he fucking just puts the fucking Playboy game in there for me. And I'm just sitting there like late at night. I'm like, my mom's finally asleep. And I slip in the fucking disc. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to see some tits. And they're like almost squares. I'm like, oh yeah, dude. You bet your ass I fucking beat my like 12-year-old meat to that game, dude.
Oh god.
Like those fucking pixelated tits.
That's so hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
It was easy to switch out shit like that in
I
Blockbuster.
never had games like that. I remember when I was younger, my brother played Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and I couldn't even watch him play it.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
like, come on.
Vice City was also my shit. My mom didn't care about Grand Theft Auto.
I like San Andreas, dude. I have San Andreas for my PS2.
That was a good game. He has that on his computer.
Nice.
And on my Xbox 360 as well.
That's sick.
The only 2-player GTA?
Yeah, I
Oh.
guess.
Unless you get the mod.
Well, yeah, you can mod just about anything. You guys ever play Fallout 4 on
Hell.
like Xbox One and stuff?
I have it
Uh-uh.
on PS4.
On PS4, does it not have the mod system yet?
I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, because
I haven't even checked for updates or anything.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be able to mod on consoles now
That's cool.
with Fallout 4, which is fucking awesome.
That would be cool. I'd get back into the game
Because Fallout, and like
I beat it.
Bethesda games in
with
general
fun.
always have a bunch of really good mods.
Yeah, dude. Bethesda is releasing the Skyrim remaster for next gen
Dude.
with all the fucking mod system in it too.
That's going to be great because there's a group of people online that are making Morrowind inside of Skyrim
Yep.
as
I
a
saw
mod.
it. Yep, I saw that.
And
That's
they're
intense.
yeah, and it's freaking awesome. They have lots of videos online, and
So it'll be a remastered Morrowind with the Skyrim.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. So it'll be nuts. They need to remaster. Honestly, I don't know why they're remastering Skyrim. They should be remastering Oblivion. Oblivion is the shit. It needs to be updated because that game will live forever. That game is so great.
You hear about how Dead Man's Sky sucks?
You
Oh, No Man's Sky?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
does.
People say that because it's an exploration game. That's what it was always supposed to be. So I think a lot of people just had their hopes up too much for it.
They
thought it
were
was-
expecting so much more than it
Yeah.
actually was.
Yeah,
I played it. It's good for what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
What do you do? Just explore a planet?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's almost like
Okay, so what you do is every planet has like plutonium and carbon and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You
Resources.
Yeah, exactly. You go to a planet, you harvest those resources. You have to have like plutonium just to use your jump thrusters and get up into the sky
Okay.
with your ship to go to a different planet.
Okay.
But once you do that, you can virtually go to just about any planet. If you start to run out of fuel, you just land at the next closest planet, fucking refill on resources, just keep going.
So it's like Minecraft. Just-
Kinda, except you
super
don't
high
build
tech.
You don't
shit.
build stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you just get what you need and go.
But
Yeah,
like,
and you're supposed to like explore these places. There's like different types of AIs, I guess you'd say, that you can fight. Like
yeah,
there's
like robots and shit.
yeah, like protection robots. They're supposed to scan the sectors and whatnot, and like check out the area. And they don't do anything unless you like keep mining for
Your
too
resources.
much resources in one spot.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you have
and-
like a gun and shit.
yeah,
you
you-
can fight them off and
You
stuff.
can just kill them though, and then you can just keep mining for the resources.
Can you kill like animals too?
I haven't seen any in what I played of it.
You haven't seen a single animal the whole time you've played?
No.
That's crazy. How much have you played though?
I played for about 45 minutes to an hour.
That's kind
Oh,
of
shit.
crazy. And you didn't see any life forms?
I saw some stuff like floating up in the sky that weren't robots, but I couldn't get to them. I was still mining for resources to even get off the planet with my ship.
Oh,
Damn, dude.
that's crazy.
And the game's really time consuming.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Finding all these resources, it's a time consuming process if you want to stock up on it.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, it's like I said, good for what it's meant to be.
Yeah, I haven't been playing too many games recently. I just keep seeing videos about Destiny's new DLC that's coming out in a couple days. I'm just upset.
The fall of
Rise of Iron.
Rise of Iron, yeah.
It's supposed to be like the best one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, but that's
I don't know.
what I've heard
That's-
about all of them right before they
That's what
released.
they say about everything. It's gonna be hard for them to beat the Taken King.
Taken King was
The Taken
fucking
King
magnificent,
was
dude.
so amazing. That was like that was when the game truly became like a game. Before that was
They
just
went-
the two DLCs.
Mhm.
People I feel like people have a justified reason to say that Destiny sucked because there's tons of shit that was wrong with it and like
nothing in the game. It was like
No, the game had plenty of stuff in it with
No,
those two DLCs.
I felt like the cap was too low and there wasn't enough missions. It was all repeating the same shit.
Well, did you have any of the DLC before Taken King? Did you have
The
the
House,
House of Wolves
or-
and the Dark Below?
I had the Dark Below, not the House.
So
of
you had the Dark Below, which added a few missions. So yeah, once you beat all the story missions, it's gonna get repetitive. It's about the end game at that point, doing raids and doing multiplayer, which is fun as shit. The raids are the most amazing thing ever. More games need to make things like that, like a 6-player compatible thing where everyone is gonna need to be on a mic talking to each other and coordinating to beat huge bosses and stuff and getting past puzzles and shit. Is great. I love it. It's such a bonding experience with people that you've never met before online. Like I got tons of friends that I haven't talked to in a while since I don't play online anymore. But freaking, I met tons of people that are super cool just through doing that. But you can say that about most games, depending on what you're doing. But once Taken King came out, the game got just so more expansive. There's a whole new public area, or like not public area, but patrol area, which was just huge. There's a brand new raid that was bigger than any of the other raids. There's a bunch of new weapons and stuff, and now they're doing it again. So it's just gonna be great.
Took the liberty of bringing up Mayhem Miller fight.
Well, where the hell is this? This is like in Japan or something?
Yep, I'm pretty sure it's Pride.
No, this is not Pride.
Yeah, because he fought for Pride. He went over to Japan for a
No,
while.
this isn't Pride because that dude's not wearing a headset on his thing. It doesn't say Pride on the bottom of the mat. It's not Pride. It would say Pride all over the place. The refs wear white clothing and they have headsets with cameras on them. Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. Yeah, he's probably. I'm sure he's probably a huge star internationally. I don't know. I've never seen him fight anybody I was like, damn. Everyone, like that dude that he was facing, I don't even know who that dude was.
He fought George St. Pierre.
Did he? Did
I'm
he?
pretty sure he fought Kimbo Slice too.
Kimbo Slice wasn't that great of a fighter.
I don't think he fought Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, they're
that's one of the
complete
first
different weight classes.
That's one of the first things I saw when I typed in his name.
Is Miller a heavyweight?
I believe so. Because he.
Then how did he face Michael Bisping? Michael Bisping's a middleweight.
He said Georgia St. Pierre.
No, he said he faced Michael Bisping earlier.
Yeah, but that was from being a coach.
Yeah,
in the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, but they aren't going to put a heavyweight coach up against a flyweight coach. Like, there's just such a gap of weight that the fight's just going to be uneven. Like when they do that stuff, they match up coaches that are in the same weight class.
Luke Barnett,
Well, they might
Madia
see both of them.
Schiavolin, George St. Pierre, Michael Bisping.
Well, pull up the George St. Pierre fight. Let's see how he does. Since you guys said that he's good on the ground or whatever, let's see how he does against George St. Pierre.
He loses to him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I figured George St. Pierre is a beast.
Yeah.
One of the only guys that I know that was ever able to even go the distance with George St. Pierre was again Dan Hardy. But some people have beat George St. Pierre too, like Matt Serra. But
Wait, you're back?
Oh, it's the chair. Oh, it's my back. I need to go to the doctor.
But yeah, UFC 203 was the other night, and Steve Miocic knocking out Alistair Overeem was absolutely, positively insane.
Nice.
The crowd went absolutely wild. Since he's like a Cleveland, or I don't know if he's from Cleveland or from Ohio, or just Ohio, but
I think Cleveland is in Ohio.
I know. I'm saying I don't know
Oh.
if he's from Cleveland or if he's just from Ohio.
Oh, okay.
But that place went absolutely hysterical. As soon as he knocked him out, everyone in that stadium stood up, flailing limbs everywhere. And then when he jumps on the mic, he's freaking like starts doing this chant to him, and they're just all screaming back to him. It was absolutely nuts. Sent chills down my spine.
It made me ejaculate. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm letting the GSP Jason Miller fight buffer a little bit.
Okay. Okay. What else should we talk about?
Chemtrails.
No, let's not talk about those kind of stupid things. I don't want to promote anything like that.
Who says we're promoting it?
We are promoting it just by simply talking about it.
Okay.
9/11 was the other day. Yesterday, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember 9/11 at all because I was really young. I was born in '96. I feel like, do you remember 9/11 at all, Denny?
I remember 9/11. I was in the 3rd grade, so we watched it as it was happening.
That's crazy.
Yep, I remember exactly what I was doing. We sat down at the bench and we watched on TV as the fucking planes hit the towers. And they pulled us out of school after that, so we got to go home early.
Yeah. I was really young. I wasn't even in kindergarten yet, so I was already home for sure. But I don't remember
Right.
anything of it.
I was also young. I was just a bit younger than you, obviously. I still am. But,
Yep, he still currently is.
yeah.
I haven't went to space or anything, so.
Yeah. I faintly, like very, very faintly remember eating a bowl of cereal in front of the TV.
Eating a bowl of
And I
cereal.
know that was what was on because, like, from what my parents have told me, they were, like, going crazy. And I was sure shit sitting in front of the TV eating a bowl of cereal.
You know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, Denny may not feel like this, but as far as, like, you and me, I feel like we're almost, like, we're kind of, like, born into, like, the post 9/11 world, even though we were technically born before that. Because I can't remember a time before.
Where we had a difference to compare it to.
Yeah, like
Like,
before
if
9/11,
if the Twin Towers
shit
were still
was
up.
way more lax.
Yep.
Like, and that's what kind of led to it. Like,
Yep.
airports were really freaking relaxed and not thinking shit like that would ever happen.
Yeah, I can see that.
And now we're just constantly freaking on edge about everything as far as, like, the nation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit of it, anyways, before it'll start buffering.
Probably not a good idea just to stand in front of George St. Pierre.
Maybe this isn't a good fight.
Yeah, do a nice freaking stomp. Try to go for a leg or something. Yeah.
This is the only fight, I believe.
Yeah, they probably only fought each other. And was this before George St. Pierre became a champion?
I'm not sure.
Because I don't remember this dude Miller ever being like a high ranked fighter.
He's a
Going for a lot of kicks and stuff.
black belt in, I think, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and yellow belt in Taekwondo.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
So what is that on his page?
Really?
Oh. Interesting.
I don't see any Muay Thai fighting coming from him.
What are you talking about? All those kicks and stuff, that's Muay Thai. Muay Thai is tons of kicks and knees and shit. Getting in the clinch.
Jesus, Denny.
Jesus,
God damn it,
Denny.
Oh shit.
Then he's like, oh my god, what? My phone? That's funny shit. Yeah. That just seems like there's a big skill gap in between those two. Like, George St. Pierre is just so much better. But
Whose phone do you think that was?
I don't know.
you didn't, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, dude. It was like red alert.
Yeah.
I felt it under my hand and I was like, shit, is that the tablet I'm holding?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Ooh,
dude.
what else?
Did you guys hear about the Twin Towers mattress commercial?
Yes.
Oh.
I was totally going to bring that up earlier.
Oh.
That was pretty funny,
Here we
to
go.
be honest.
I don't think it was that funny.
I think it was really
it's like
fucked
it's
up.
like cringeworthy.
I think it was
Yeah,
fucked up too.
but
It's
the way that
cringeworthy.
the chick acted at the end was
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Oh my god!
And then she got all serious.
We'll
Yeah,
never forget. Yeah, she came out with some like video of her apologizing. She's all crying, like it was stupid. Like, it's like, yeah, no shit, it was stupid. What do you think? You think people are gonna be like, oh, that's clever. I'm gonna go buy some mattresses. You'd be like, no. You're like, that's a terrible commercial.
Yeah, that's a fucked up commercial.
You can't be selling mattresses off that. You could do like a 9/11 sale, but maybe
Yeah.
not be like, oh, it's the Twin Tower sale.
And then have two people follow him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Towers.
knocking over towers of mattresses.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, it was not good.
No.
Not good.
Everything that
Not
they did
good
was
at all.
good, and then they did that.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
And then they even had a U.S. flag on it, too.
Yep.
On one of the towers.
Yeah, one of the fucking
Yeah.
flag or mattress stacks had Twin Tower or American flag. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
They
Ridiculous.
were, like, going for it, too.
Yeah,
They
they
knew what
they
were
tried really
doing.
hard for that commercial.
Yeah.
I guess so, dude.
They knew what they were doing.
Of course they knew what they were doing. Like you can't not do that and like just think I didn't realize anyone was going to associate this with the Twin Towers falling.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
They probably did it to get more famous.
yeah. Well, they're closing up. They're closing up. They're
Oh,
freaking
are they?
yeah.
They're closing up.
Yeah, they're closing up shop. Apparently, they're not going to be a thing anymore.
Why? Just
Because of that.
No
Because of that,
way.
they got so much backlash from that. They're like they're not getting any business.
Wow,
That's
idiots.
intense.
That's what you get. You shouldn't do something like that.
Jesus.
People aren't going to like that.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
I
good
s-
or bad publicity, it's still publicity. You're still getting your 15 minutes.
Then
I don't
not in every case is
Yeah, I
all
know that.
publicity good publicity.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think that's true at all.
But I'm just saying.
There can definitely be terrible publicity.
That is a perfect
Well,
example of it right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like Johnny Depp with videos of like him throwing wine glasses at his girlfriend Amber Heard when there's been when she's been accusing him of freaking abuse. That's not good publicity.
I have not seen that actually.
It's pretty crazy. Like started out, Amber accused him of some abuse, and she had like some photos of her with like black eye and shit. And then Johnny Depp came out. I don't know if he came out and said it or if his friend came out and said it, but essentially Johnny's side of it was that she's abusive. And then this video came out of them like on vacation at a bar, and he's like throwing a wine glass at her, like. Or-
Damn.
So, yeah, I'm starting to think, maybe Johnny Depp is abusive. So, yeah.
Could be, but who knows?
And that shit started happening right before that Alice in Wonderland movie came out.
Yeah.
That movie, how much did they spend? They spent like, this is probably not even true, but maybe like $50 million on it. And they had to pay him half of that.
Wow.
Like however much they paid for that movie, they had to pay Johnny Depp half of it.
That's intense.
That's what half of the budget of the movie went to, was just getting Johnny Depp in the movie, who was like the main character. And once the movie's about to come out in theaters, these allegations of abuse and stuff come out. Nobody's gonna go see your movie, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, he already got paid, so it's not like it really matters.
Well, yeah, but most likely there's not gonna be another movie. Which honestly, who thought there should have been another Alice in Wonderland movie after that first
Isn't
one.
there already a second one coming
Yeah.
out?
That's
No.
what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. That is
Yeah.
literally what we're talking about.
It's the second one. I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen the first one, and I don't really think there should.
Yeah, there shouldn't have been
Should have been
a
just the
sequel.
first one, and that's it.
Yeah,
There is no in the original Alice in Wonderland. There's no sequel.
yeah,
Jacob, you liked the most recent Godzilla, didn't you?
yeah. It was awesome. I thought it was cool.
For the lovers of the most recent Godzilla, Japan actually just had a release of a new Godzilla movie
Oh yeah, man.
that is apparently the absolute shit.
Well, yeah, because it's probably dudes in rubber outfits,
No,
like back
it's
in the
like
day.
pretty fucking good, you know,
If I had the people who did
FX
the
and-
mattress commercials.
it's a hit over there. They're busting over 50
But-
million in the box office.
But what makes you say that it sucks?
I didn't say it sucks. I said it's like the absolute shit. Like it's really
Oh,
fucking good.
well, usually when people say that something's shit, it means that it's not good.
Like
Not
the
like
shit.
not like it's the shit. But now I understand.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, Toho makes. I figured they were gonna make one. They got money just from the Godzilla that we made, which there's gonna be another one, which will probably have more monster fighting because the guy who directed Godzilla, he made the movie Monsters, which if you've ever seen that, it's about these two people that are like walking through like this fucked up like environment, like all these houses broken down and shit. And it's
Yeah.
because there's monsters, but you like never see them until the very end, and it's really like dark when you see them. And like that's like
dark or like there's no light.
yeah, like it's like the scene itself is really dark, so you can
Oh.
barely see the monsters. So like a bunch of people didn't like Godzilla because of that. But that's like what he does with monsters. Like he likes. I think he just likes to do like the Jaws thing, like show less of them, like as the least amount of the monster as possible. So when you do see it, it's more impactful.
Right.
But I don't think it really worked that well as far as Godzilla. But I still like the movie. But that came out a while ago.
I haven't seen it, to be honest.
Well, we should watch it sometime.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Who here has seen Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like the original.
I have seen bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie. Yeah, it is. I don't really watch too many zombie movies anymore. Ever since The Walking Dead came out, it just kind of spoils things as far as zombies. Like, that show sucks. Comics are really good. That's what makes it so sad. The show could be amazing, but they fucked it up.
Well, they're gonna fuck everything up that comes from a comic.
I guess, yeah. Like AMC also kind of like made Preacher boring, which I don't see how you can make that comic book boring. It's such an awesome comic book, but yet they found a way to make it not interesting whatsoever.
That's
So-
depressing.
I think it just misses the element that the Netflix shows deliver because, like, Daredevil, I felt Daredevil was really
Daredevil
good.
was so fucking good.
Speaking of Netflix shows, what was that show you were showing me that has David Cross and
With Bob and David.
with Bob and David?
It's like almost like a sequel series to Mr. Show, which was an HBO series. This is so great. It's just a sketch comedy series. It has like the dude who voices SpongeBob, so you have David Cross, Bill Odenkirk,
Bob.
No, Bill Odenkirk is also a part of the show. But yeah, Bob Odenkirk.
Anyways, if you don't know who those are, Bob Odenkirk is Saul from
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul
Or
and
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad as well.
Okay.
And David Cross has been in a lot of shit.
He was Tobias in Arrested Development.
Okay, that's good.
I'm glad. I remember for the longest time I never watched Arrested Development. I'd seen it every once in a while. I never liked it as a kid.
Oh, dude,
But,
I loved it.
oh my god, it's such a great show.
I didn't understand so much of it at first
Yeah,
when I was a kid.
yeah. See, I feel that same way. But watching it now, I'm like, I feel like a kid could understand this show.
Yep.
Like some of the comedy is so simple but hilarious.
Yep.
What is the dad's name in real life?
Jeffrey Tambor.
Yeah, dude. Him and his brothers scheme out in the desert.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is hella funny, dude.
Oh god, dude, I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, I started watching that when it was on the G4 network, actually, back in the day.
That was the only time I ever saw episodes.
Yeah.
Was on the G4, and I was just kind of like, this is kind of weird. I just turned the channel. I was like, how come Ninja Warrior like X plays and all? What the fuck is this? Where's Code Monkey?
Yeah,
Dude, I love G4. I can't believe it's not a thing anymore. Like almost every single show they had,
was great.
I liked.
It was great.
I loved like Attack of the Show. I kind of stopped watching it once like Olivia Munn was off it because she was like the funniest part of it. Because I don't really like that dude.
What's his name?
Fuck, I can't even remember. He was okay, but like I feel like him and Olivia Munn's like chemistry on the show was really hilarious.
They're
And then
awesome, dude.
Olivia Munn became like a fucking movie star.
Yeah.
And then she did X-Men Apocalypse, which she like just hammed and didn't like. She had like one line, and she didn't even do that good.
Really?
Yeah, she had like a super tiny role. They could have cast somebody who was a nobody, and it would have worked just as good, probably better. But instead, they decided, oh, Olivia Munn,
Right.
and she had one line that she didn't do very good, and then like she just jumped around in like tight spandex for the rest of the movie.
Well, that's why they got her, dude. It's for the sex appeal.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
Yep.
Every
Yep.
nerd from G4 knows her.
yeah.
Her and the girl from that fucking show where she'd talk about games and how to get past them and like give you cheat codes and shit. You remember that show?
Talking about the chick from X-Play.
What is it, X-Play?
Well, you remember the two people from X-Play, right? Like the kind of bald dude and like...
No, not that chick. Not
Oh.
that chick. It was a different one. It
Hmm.
came on before X-Play.
I don't know. I can't remember, no.
I have to Google it. Let me Google it.
I remember seeing those kind of things, though. G-Play just needs to be or not G-Play, G4 needs to be a thing.
Yeah,
Again,
dude, they'd have great ratings right now.
pretty much.
Like, yeah, it just sucks that they got took off the air. Because that's where I watched, like, old school Ninja Warrior. You could watch, like, Unbeatable Banzuki, which was, like, the best. Like, the domino walk when they had to step on the tiny little pieces of foam and try to walk across all of them to get to the end. Or there'd just be, like, two, like, Japanese dudes trying to see who could do more push-ups. That shit was awesome.
Yeah, dude.
That shit was great.
Do you remember Silent Library?
Yes.
Yeah, that was on MTV, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's still on TV.
What?
They brought it back?
Yeah, like at midnight.
Oh, you're just talking about they replay it. I thought you were talking about, like, they were making new episodes.
Oh,
No.
I was like, that's epic.
It's like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh god, that was such a good show. Though.
Sometimes.
It was. How do you know, Garth? Are you up 3 or 4 in
It
the
was
morning?
called Cheat. The
Cheat.
show was called Cheat with Kristen Adams.
Isn't Kirsten Adams? That sounds really
He
familiar.
said Kristen.
Kristen Adams.
I don't remember that. I don't remember her from that picture, but she is definitely smoking.
Smoking.
Yes.
Anyways, you guys got anything else to? Oh yeah. You guys got anything else to talk about?
No, I think that's probably a good episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So a good way to end off the.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
End with the smoking
Smoking.
Kristen Roberts.
Adams.
Yeah.
Adams.
So yeah.
Kristen Adams.
So yeah, this is the end. So I'm Jacob,
I'm Tristan.
Denny.
and we got Garth here. See you next time.
Peace.